Welcome back to part 3 of weird airplanes I found on the internet, and today we have the Blohm & Voss BV-141. Germany has a reputation for over-engineering the absolute mess out of literally everything, and World War II aircraft were no exception. The company Blohm & Voss had a good reputation around this time as shipbuilders, and so they started building aircraft as well under their daughter company, Hamburger Flugzeugbau. B&V took German engineering to the max with almost every single airplane that they produced, and when the Reichsluftfahrtministerium, or RLM, put out a bid for a single-engine reconnaissance aircraft, they threw their hat in the ring with the BV-141. The biggest issue that they identified with traditional single-engine reconnaissance aircraft was the lack of visibility. You see, when a cockpit is mounted on top of a fuselage behind an engine, you can't really see forward or down quite as well as you'd like. So they literally just took the cockpit and shifted it to the starboard side of the airplane so the view was unobstructed. And naturally, the RLM was initially worried that the asymmetry would induce rolls, but it turns out the engineers balanced it perfectly, and so it flew perfectly straight. The biggest issue they faced was actually dealing with yaw, or side-to-side movement, because the airplane was only producing thrust on the port side. They fixed this by making the tailplane asymmetrical so it would produce more drag on the port side, offsetting the thrust imbalance, and once again making it fly perfectly straight. Despite its weirdness, it performed pretty well, and it was able to fly at 229 miles per hour at sea level, as well as 272 miles per hour at 16,000 feet, its cruising altitude, and it had an overall range of 1,200 miles. Even so, the RLM decided not to adopt the BV-141 for widespread reconnaissance usage, choosing the FW-189 instead. Unfortunately, since these never entered service, only about 28 of them were ever built. And while the Allies recovered a few wrecked BV-141s, there are no surviving examples left. But Blohm & Voss made plenty of other really weird aircraft that I might just have to take a closer look at sometime soon.